You recently came to Tokyo and you're wondering, is it possible to find authentic African food or is it just some kind of pale imitation? I'm here to tell you today that it is absolutely possible. Why? Because I was able to find 3 places among a pile of a lot more. And today I'll be telling you a lot of things about each of them. Let me be more specific. I'll tell you about how the area was, the vibe I'll talk about, of course, the taste of the food. I'm looking because I wrote down all the things, the verdict and the price, and of course, location. So stick through right till the end because the last restaurant was my favorite. I recommend it with 5 stars, but until you get to the end, you might not know whether you should go there. Just keep watching. The very first restaurant on my list is ChopLife restaurant. I like the ChopLife. ChopLife in Cameroon means enjoy life. I don't know if that restaurant is a Cameroonian restaurant, but I didn't have the time to ask, or at least I forgot when I was there to ask. ChopLife restaurant is located in Shinjuku, just 5 to 10 minutes walk from the station. So it was fairly easy to find at the top of a story building. I think it was a 4th floor or something like that. And I'll give you the list of what I observed. Very first thing is the arrival of the food took pretty much 10 minutes. Like it really was very fast. And I met one of the really nicest servers. I'm not sure why it took long. He was so polite and very respectful. Second thing concerning the vibe, the environment was, I would say, a little dark, but it was spacious. So it's a place where if you want to even have an event, you could have an event, or if you have a group of friends, a lot of people, they can definitely fit in that hall. For the food, there were a lot of varieties. I went that day specifically to eat seafood okra. Nigerian seafood okra stole my heart many years ago when I went to Nigeria. So that was what I really wanted to eat, but they didn't have it. So they gave me fish okra. You're going to see in the video in a few seconds. For the taste, I would say it tasted not exactly like the Nigerian style. I don't know whether they added some other kind of ingredient, but I really didn't get that slimy taste, like, it really wasn't really there. Maybe it was just that day. But then, like I said, I'm recommending, I'm not judging, I'm not condemning. And for my verdict, I will give that restaurant a 5 on 5. Also because at the end, a 5 on 10, sorry. At the end, I bought jollof rice. If you've not heard, Nigerian jollof rice is a sensation. It's not just food. ChopLife restaurant sells Nigerian jollof rice. So I ordered it to eat for the next day because I was living very far away and it took me a long time to get to Shinjuku just to visit this restaurant. I would really say for my verdict about the jollof rice, it was also kind of, I will actually put it a 4 on 10 because it tasted burnt. I'm not sure if it was the quantity or they added some other kind of spice. I've been to Nigeria 5 times, so I would say the taste was a little different from the usual one that I've been eating in Nigeria, but it's still worth a bite. Of course, I ate all of it. And my very last thing is the jollof rice was 1,500. Was it 1,500 or 1,000? I forgot the exact price, but within that range. And the okra soup was about 2,000 or more. So, in a nutshell, I spent almost 4,000 yen. Quite pricey, I would say, but I felt a taste of Africa. The second restaurant was Vinegra, or is Yenegra? I can't even pronounce it properly. Yenegra restaurant, and this restaurant is actually located in Shibuya. I had to walk about pretty much 10 minutes from the train station to the restaurant. Of course, Google Map, just use your Google Map and you'll find it. The restaurant was owned by a beautiful, I will not say old, but maybe average age grandma. I will call her grandma because I just respect her, Japanese lady, and she was extremely friendly. I could spend the whole day talking to her, except that I wanted to go explore other restaurants. So this restaurant, she did not have everything that I needed cooked, so she had to cook when I made my order. That was impressive. And Mama had, I'll call her Mama, she had a Garri, and she made the Garri for me. She made also, I think it was Ghanaian-style okra. Again, I was walking that day, I really wanted to eat okra. But her style had some tomato and some other stuff in it, and I would say for the taste, I gave it about a 6 to 10. Why? Because I wasn't familiar with eating okra that style. So I guess that's how she learned, so that's why she made it like that. But the taste for me just didn't go, I will not say perfect because everyone has different taste buds. Like I said, 6.10. 6 over 10, that was my grading for her food. But when it comes to the variety, this restaurant has a million types of foods. I mean, from different countries. So it's not only African restaurant. It had meals from the Caribbean. I cannot even just what you say, the list of all the delicious meals that she cooks. And she took her time, to cook so many different types of meals from different countries. She's really talented. All right, let me talk about the vibe. This place had a lot of culture. I had not imagined I would see that. There was just a lot of so many, how do you even describe that? Wooden mask around the walls, paintings. Everything just looked a little antique, and I love the ancient vibe because I love anything history. If you don't know about the African culture in the sense of the historical part, this restaurant just covers all of it. Of course, I don't know if she made the decoration solely because it's an African place, but honestly, the vibe around, she played soft music. I loved it. I really do I loved everything that I saw around. Now, for the price, it was a bit pricey. I think my meal was about 2,000 or 2 to 3,000, about that price, and it was well worth it. But I think the quantity was smaller compared to ChopLife restaurant. Quantity for this one was extremely small for the price. So where you go, you get what you get. But I cannot forget the niceness of that mom. She cooked within a very short time, and I really love that place, so I recommend it. Adventure family. Today I decided to go to African restaurant according to what Google Maps showed me, but it's not really an African restaurant. It's actually an international restaurant because they have a menu with so many different meals. Yes, I see Kenyan food here, and Thailand, Mexican food. It's just a lot of different cultures. And guess what I ordered? I ordered Garri and okra soup because I really wanted to eat it. It was part of her menu, so I decided this is one nice grandma, Japanese grandma, and I am so curious to see how she will make the okra soup. I'll show you guys a video in a few minutes. Really?
Oh, that's good.
Okay, my okra came. It's not slimy, but it looks delicious. Garri. Okay. Ghana food market around here?
No power. From 1 hour by train.
Oh, Ghana food market. Only Ghana food?
I said.
Wow.
They
Thank you, Lord, for
sell
good food.
dry fish.
Um, so they don't have other country food?
Maybe, but I don't know.
We don't know.
Because I don't understand which country.
I know, yeah. Every country is different in Africa. Very big continent. Tariko, very big. Yeah.
Yes. If you need some salt, or peppers,
It's okay.
okay.
It's okay. The last one and my favorite is called African Esogie. I don't know if it's Esogie or Esogie. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not sure how the pronunciation is. Why do I say that? Because the owner of this restaurant is a Nigerian man for that matter. He is the sole owner and major cook. I was amazed. I mean, I know in Africa it's not too common for men to own and have restaurants solely, but I was impressed that he was the sole owner. When I went there, he was extremely chatty. He just wanted to talk and talk and talk. But it was, of course, a nice place. I have to mention that the environment was very small. The restaurant is small. If you're planning to have a big event, I don't recommend that because the space is really small. It cannot accommodate a lot of people. However, the vibe, he had a lot of Nigerian music and African music just booming in the backyard. And it also looked more like a bar than a restaurant. Of course, there was a small section that looked like a restaurant, but for the most part, there were a lot of drinks. Here, I drank Malta Guinness. Malta Guinness is one of the famous drinks around Nigeria and Cameroon, and I was just happy to see it. So yeah, I had to close my eyes. 800 yen. For me, that's a lot of money. But they imported, so I understand the import taxes. I definitely bought one, and I was happy about that. Now, concerning the food also, he had a variety of meals, a lot. There were really a lot of options. And there I decided to order again okra soup. I don't know why I was in the hunt for okra soup. And believe me, this man knew what he did. I've eaten, like I said, 5 times in Nigeria, and all of the places, he nailed it right to the hit. The taste was, it was delicious. And then, of course, because I told him I was Cameroonian, he gave me extra nice flavor. Exceptionally, he gave me a slice of goat meat. But the whole meal was fish, because the focus was fish. And he got real, I'll use the word African fish, because like I said, in ChopLife restaurant, they gave me Japanese fish. And this one was more African fish. It means that he is importing his products directly from Nigeria. I know when I chew African fish and any other fish. So Esogie did a really good job. The taste was awesome. For the verdict, I give him 9 on 10. Why do I give him 9? Because I feel like the garri was very small. The portion was tiny. But the okra was slimy, tasty. He just did the right things. He even added mushroom into it. Of course, we don't do that in Africa. I haven't seen that anyways. But it tasted, I cannot even exaggerate the price and the taste. But now let's talk about the price. It was about 2,500. Yeah. Altogether, I spent almost 5,000 in that restaurant. Again, because I took takeaway jollof rice. His jollof also was delicious. I ate it the next day and I was satisfied. Very big slice of chicken, and it was worth my money. In a nutshell, what am I saying? If you come to Tokyo, don't cry that you haven't eaten. These are the places to stop by. Just keep watching and you'll see and have a flavor of what I experienced. Life is what you make of it. It really is what you make of it. Some things can go well, others will not go well. But whatever you choose for your life, that's what you get. Please let me know which one you've tried or you would like to try. And if you're interested in more other activities around Tokyo, check my playlist on living in Japan. I will be sharing very soon what I did in Osaka as well.